So, welcome back. It's Friday. Okay, so let's get into this comment I got this morning. My nose and my face are just itching, and it's so early I haven't even glued in my teeth yet. Let me read you this comment I got. Had to write it down because we all know I only use my telephone for stuff. Okay, it says, you need to see a nutritionist. Okay, now, mind you, this comment was put today about a short that I made 4 months ago on day 4 of this journey of when I had started the medication. Okay, what do you expect after 4 days? You don't seem to understand the food that you're going to need to take in if you're going to the gym and not taking in adequate protein and other important vegetables and such. You are not going to do well. Well, that is a big mouthful of words here. So let's unpack it all and let's answer the questions. Okay, first off, you need to see a nutritionist. That's probably a good idea. I probably could do that in the future. But I would have to spend money, which is, I'm pretty cheap. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a cheap person. And the fact is, they're going to tell me a lot of stuff that I already know. I need to eat, healthy fats and healthy carbs and no sugar and then knock out all the processed food. Well, along the way, I have done that. Which brings me to the next one. What do you expect after 4 days? Well, I'll tell you what I expected after 4 days. I really didn't know what to expect after 4 days. In the video, you can see that I said I could only drink a small amount of the protein shake. How was I supposed to know what to expect after 4 days? I went 2 days before that, I ate a whole bag of donuts and drank about 10 32-ounce Coca-Colas. How was I supposed to know what to expect after 4 days? I didn't know. Okay, yes, I had an upset tummy. The doctor told me all this was going to happen. She said this was going to happen. The whole reason for me getting on the medicine was to curb my appetite so I wouldn't eat a bag of donuts, and also to curb the sugar cravings because I have a sugar demon. I just can not help it. I don't anymore. I am currently still taking my medicine, but I will be transitioning off of it next month. So we'll see what happens then. It's going to take some willpower too, now that, because a lot of stuff has happened to me in the last 4 months. I have lost an adequate amount of weight. I have kept my muscle. In fact, I have some more muscle than I had when I started. So, yeah, is she saying anything? Oh, about the muscle. Yeah, the food that's going to take. So I am building muscle. So you don't have to worry about that. Another thing is, oh, my train of thought just gets lost somewhere. So yeah, I have a sugar demon, and he likes to eat donuts and cookies and, yeah, ice cream. So I'm slowly getting away from that. And like I said, it's only been 4 months, and I have, so far, my glucose level is normal. Whereas I had gone from pre-diabetic to diabetic 2, and that is how I got put on the medicine in the first place. But now my glucose is normal. My A1C, I'm not sure yet. We're going to have that checked next month when I go back again. My blood pressure has gone from high down to low. I mean, I took it the other day. It was 111 over 80, I think it was. So, you know, I can't complain with that. Before, the number was always like a 89, 87. So it was pretty far up there. I'm pretty sure the next thing she was going to put me on blood pressure medicine. And we don't want to go there. So I'm pretty sure my cholesterol has gone down. I can't be positive because the doctor feels like it could be hereditary, but we'll see when I go get my blood work done next month. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, sorry, my nose is itching. Okay, you don't seem to understand the food that you're going to need to take in if you're going to the gym and not taking in adequate protein, other important vegetables and such. You are not going to do well. Okay, so you're right at this because I didn't understand the food. It feels to me like she's saying I'm going to need to eat a lot of food because in that video it showed that I had not it was a 1-minute video. I have to like do everything to make it short in a 1-minute video. So, but I did say that's all I could do that day. But it was day 4. I mean, you have to give somebody a chance. Now I do take in adequate protein, and I have started eating more vegetables, and I've cut out as much sugar as possible. I try to stay under 33 grams of sugar a day. So if I have like a protein shake or something, then I have chicken and I have vegetables and stuff, I'll look at how much sugar I've had in that, and then if I have enough and I want to have a little scoop of ice cream, because that's pretty much all I can eat is a little scoop if I've had enough food that day. And that right there is how I keep track of my sugar. I try just to stay under 33 grams. Good Lord, my nose is itching. Okay, the last one part of this was, you are not going to do well. Well, that's a big statement. You're not going to do well. You're looking at a video that was 4 months ago. Maybe you want to fast forward to today because, like I said, I no longer got high blood pressure. My sugar is down. I'm about to get off my medication. I'm no longer drinking sodas. I'm no longer eating bags of donuts. So to say I'm not going to do well, I think you're wrong. I really think you're wrong. I have so much more confidence in myself now than I had 4 months ago. In everything that I do, in the clothes I wear, in the clothes I don't wear. just being in front of the mirror, I'm so much more confident. Before, sometimes I didn't even want to look in the mirror. You know, and as much as I appreciate your comment, I did want to unpack it because I want to let you know this. And the person who wrote this might never even see this video, but maybe for somebody else that might want to write something like this to somebody on day 4 of their journey, of their health journey, whether they're getting help from a GLP-1 or they're not getting help, because it's a tool. You can't just take it. And are you going to lose weight? You may lose a little bit of weight because it curbs your appetite. It stops your cravings. So it might go really, 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 really slow. But if you want to really put in the work and go to the gym and, and try to stop all the sugar and stuff like that. I mean, just because it curbs your cravings doesn't mean it takes them away. There's still days. There's a bag of donuts was sitting up there the other day, and I tell myself, no, you can't have them. You've already had enough today, Cheryl. You had a cookie. You cannot have no donuts. So you still have to do the work. You still have to get up and exercise. You got to go walk. You got to do something. I'm not saying that you got to be a bodybuilder, but you got to do something. So for this person to say that, oh, you're not going to do well, you know, when you tell somebody that on day 4 who is just starting a journey like this, and it's, I don't know the gender of the person, but I believe it was a female. It's terrible to break down another female. We should be empowering each other. We should be pushing each other and saying, you're doing a great job. And, you know, am I upset you told me you didn't tell me I was doing a great job? No, not really, because I've always been the kind of person, I do accept criticism as long as it's constructive. You know, I can see this person is intelligent in their writings and everything. And I don't understand why they would put that today after 4 months and not look at the other videos and see how far I've come. But the fact is, when somebody's starting on day 1, day 2, day 4, even day 7, you have to uplift them and tell them, you know, no matter, I don't give a crap if they gave up 1 soda a day. If they're learning how to fast and they only push their breakfast up 30 minutes, you know what? That is an accomplishment. That is something we need to celebrate instead of tearing people down. You know, just saying, oh, you're not going to do well. Well, you know what? You're wrong. I'm doing awesome, dude. I couldn't be any happier. I could not be any happier with where I'm at. My gosh, look. I have a freaking collarbone. Look at my calves. I have calves. I go to the gym all the time. But I just want to say to this person or to anybody else, you know, that, you know, wants to, you know, write something to somebody, think before you write and stuff, and look at what you're writing and everything, because I just want to end with this. Had I seen this comment on the first 4 days, you know what? I would have said, what do you expect after 4 days? You're not going to do well. And you know what I would have said? Yeah, screw you. You're right. I'm probably not going to do well. Let me eat the bag of donuts again, because now I'm going to eat my feelings because I feel bad. Because you're trying to make me feel bad. Telling me I'm not going to do well. Instead of saying, oh, it's only day 4. These things happen. Instead of saying, well, what do you expect after day 4? And what do you think you're going to have to do when you go to the gym? I understand all that. So, you know, but I mean, I got the thing and I don't care, because personally, it's 4 months ago. But it's so important to talk about this stuff, because it's so important that we start uplifting each other. Everybody, uplift somebody that you know, and just make them feel better. Make them know that you're with them and you're on the journey with them, whether they're trying to get healthy or they're trying to gain weight or lose. I mean, that's what got me in this situation, was all the comments I would get about being too thin. I mean, I would get so many derogatory comments. It wasn't even funny. And I have friends that can tell you, people would say stuff about me because I was too thin. And you know what? That was natural. That's the way it naturally was. I always weighed 99 pounds. Then I had my baby, and then I went to 118. Or no, I think it was 102. And then I went to 118. And then I just decided I'm going to gain weight because I'm tired of people making fun of me, and I must really look terrible. I must look awful. And I would look in the mirror and I would literally see a monster, because that's what people were making me feel like, because they were making me feel that way. And my doctor was telling me, Cheryl, you're very healthy. You do not need to gain weight. You are extremely healthy. I had no blood pressure problems. I had no glucose problems. And I did drink a lot of soda back then. And I had no thyroid problem. I didn't have any problems at all. And then I decided, okay, I'm going to gain some weight and I'm going to get to 130 pounds. And I did. I ate every day, 3 meals a day, drank 3 boosts a day, the highest calorie ones I could find. Then I got to 130, and all I could still see, because by this time people had ingrained it into me. And I still saw that monster in the mirror that just didn't look heavy enough. So what did I do? Again, just kept going. It's like, okay, I'm going to get to 140. Nope, didn't help. 150, didn't help. 160. I finally got to 160 and 165, and I thought, okay, oh my gosh, I look great. My face was all like rounded and everything, and what I didn't know was I was ruining my body, all off of what somebody else thought about me. That's why it is so important that you look in the mirror and you see yourself. And when you look and what you see makes you happy, and you're going to your doctor and what they say is that you're fine or whatever. If you go to a medical profession, they say you need to do this, that, then you do whatever. But just getting up every day, when you get up in the morning and you put your makeup on, or you don't put makeup on, or whatever you do. I mean, I got no makeup on now. I got half drawn eyebrows on. But if you can look in the mirror and look at yourself and say, oh my gosh, I look amazing. You know what? You look amazing then. Don't let other people bring you down. Don't let them bring you down about, you're too thin and you're too heavy. You know what? You got to be what you want to be. It's just like when people get plastic surgery and people say, well, don't go overboard. You know what? Get it, don't get it because other people want you to get it, or people say, oh, you got too many wrinkles. You know what? I'm fixing to be 60 years old, and I got a lot of wrinkles, and I am going to get a little Botox sooner or later, because I do want to kind of, after I get my new teeth. But the thing of it is, I'm going to do it for myself. I'm not going to do it for anybody else. I'm going to do it because it's what I want. I just think that we need to encourage each other. We need to just be positive. And I thank this person for their comment, and it actually is really awesome to say that you're not going to do well, because I'm doing great. It's like I'm doing great now. So I really have like said, okay, nana boo boo. Listen, it's Friday and today's leg day, and I'm trying to get some awesome freaking legs here. So I gotta go to the gym, and I will talk to you guys later. And I appreciate you hanging out here with me. And again, be positive. Tell somebody something positive today, no matter what it is. And have an awesome, awesome weekend. And I'll see you on Sunday for the check-in, because it might be good or it could be bad. Bye.